Okay, so Emma has heard one of her guardians is chewing some mixed nuts, and she really wants some. So what she's doing is basically she's invading his personal space. This is how dogs try to take things from other dogs. Distance is important. So what I'm going to do is kind of demonstrate that I'm going to claim Bob's personal space for him and disagree with her in a way that she's going to understand. So the proximity is inappropriate. So what I'm going to do is come and insert myself and take the territory and make her walk away. Now I'm keeping her in front of my hips and shoulders. Now every time she tries to come towards me, I don't know if the camera is capturing this because we have a position, but every time she tries to go around me, I'm preemptively disagreeing, getting there before she gets there.
Like you're dancing.
Yeah. But I don't want to do a lot of little steps. I want to do one deliberate step and then stop. Now she's
getting frustrated.
Yeah, well, she's still facing. So she's probing, like we talked about earlier, where is the boundary? Does the boundary go all the way here around Bob, or is it just right in the middle?
Mm-hmm.
So now she's still facing Bob. So she's still challenging me.
Mm-hmm.
When she turns away and moves away, that's their way of saying, I gotcha. So now she's moved away over here, probably out of sight of the camera. Now she's breathing a little heavy because this is difficult for her. Normally she sees something, she just goes and just begs until she gets what she wants.
And that's what happens.
So then she started to make a movement. I was very quick with my timing. I corrected, I snapped, and I made a sound that I'll talk about off camera about how to disagree. And I caught her right when she was about to take that first step. And because of that, I don't have this is the barking professional dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not barking once. She sat down, which is a signifier of I understand what you're saying, and she's not trying to come back in. Now I'm going to move myself away, and I'm going to sit down. I don't know if I'll be on camera or not. Now when I sit down, I lose some authority. So yeah, please grab some more.
But she'll stare him down.
Well, she can stare, but at a distance.
Mm-hmm.
This is more respectful, but being right here is inappropriate. So took one step, stopped when I gave her the sound. Now she's breathing heavy because again, she's stopping herself. There she goes.
It's processing.
L-A-Y.
And she looks at me and Bob like, who is this guy?
Well, but she just knows that I don't come in with any baggage and that I don't care about what her background is or anything else. I'm just saying this is just inappropriate, period.
Mm-hmm.
This is the rule. I don't care what your sob story is. I don't know if she has one or not.
No, she doesn't. Just begging. But she, look at her.
Now she's still somewhat challenging because she's still orientated facing you, even though she's laying down right now. But because she is not still right there, I'm not disagreeing with her. Now I'm sitting here, so kind of next to you, so I'm kind of my authority can kind of cover this area. Now what I'm going to do is teach you guys how you can use the same concepts that I just used to claim them for yourselves.
Yeah, if you're not here, then we got
exactly. That's why I usually only.
She's toe tapping. That was funny.
But this is why I usually only need one session because I'm teaching you. Once I've taught you, you can kind of apply it in all sorts of different scenarios. Now I'm going to kind of walk over here. Now if she gets up and starts walking towards you, and keep on eating nuts if you can, or at least simulate it. If she gets up, I want you to make a hissing sound as soon as she gets up, like a cat, all S's. She continues, I want you to pop up out of that chair and make sure you're facing her.
She looks confused.
I shouldn't look at her, probably not.
You can look at her. That's okay. You don't want to engage her. You don't want to tease her. But kind of like maybe stir the nuts a little bit, the jar of nuts.
And you don't want to call her and then.
We want to make it difficult or challenging for her, but we don't want to put her in a position to fail. Most people put their dog in a position it's not ready for. She's showing us she's ready for this. So she's maintained the distance even though I moved away. It's probably not going to be the best camera work I've ever done because we use the stationary camera, but it'll give you guys will hear the auditory. And the end result is she's calm. She's still communicating she wants the nuts, which you can't have because nuts
And
are
at
not
no
good for
point I
dogs.
should give her one.
No, well, nuts are bad for dogs. Hiss.
Stop.
Now stand up.
Oh.
Now you only want to hiss once. Okay, now go grab a seat again.
As soon as she sits down?
Yep. As soon as she sits down. Now if she gets up, hiss when she gets up. And then if she takes a step towards you, then you take a sudden step right at her. Now I would have taken multiple steps and moved her away, but we haven't gone through that yet. Hiss. Now stand up and march right at her. Keep marching, keep marching. Stop right there. See how she turned away? That's your I'm in business. All right, take one step backwards, but continue to face her.
I should look at her?
You just want to keep your hips and shoulders pointed
Should we
at her.
approach that fast? towards
Yeah.
her? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. All right, take another step backwards. Now, she sat down at the same time I had you stepping backwards. That's why I was asking you to step back. When she sits down, she's putting herself in a less challenging position, a less authoritative position. So you want to communicate, I appreciate what you just did. You do that by taking a step backwards. And because you do it with good timing, she associates the two things together.
So you don't say anything, you just...
You're saying something, you're just doing it in body
emotions.
language.
Yeah,
Because half of dog communication is through movement.
Okay.
So we can talk to them as much as we want, but it's not as loud, as I move my stand, as if we actually stand up or use body language or body movement, because that's what dogs use amongst themselves. So we're speaking to them in their native language.
Okay.
So this is a quick, well, not quick, this is a 6-minute synopsis on how to claim personal space.